Well, once again, welcome to Texas State University, Texas State Athletics, right? On behalf of our president, Kelly Danfus, and his wife, Beth. They're amazing people. Our athletic director, Don Coryell, right? Welcome to the Gowans Pavilion. I'm glad you were able to find it, right? I heard a few people had a trouble kind of figuring out where this place was, but I'm glad you made it here. This is a place that we do a lot of hospitality and special events in, particularly on game day. How many of you have been to a Texas State football game or been to Bobcat Stadium? Not yet. For those that haven't raised their hands, we want to get you here, right, at some point. But not just here, right, for all of our sports, right? We have 16 different NCAA sports here. We win a lot of conference championships. One of our superstar former student athletes is here, and she can probably show you all the rings that she's won on the volleyball court there at the University Event Center. We've won basketball championships, women's basketball championships. Last year, our baseball team was in an NCAA regional. Last year, we also won our conference commissioner's cup called the Boobas Cup, which is basically the best athletic department in the Sun Belt Conference, right? So we really do have a great product here, right here in San Marcos. One of the things that we are really proud of is our relationship with the community, right? I could probably say that, and you probably think, oh yeah, he's just kind of saying that, right? Because he's hosting this event here today. And I would say, no, it actually is true, right? Our president, our athletic director is out in the community a lot. I have a lot of friends here in this room. We have a lot of corporate sponsors here in this room. But in addition to that, even stuff like this Heritage Tour that's going to be happening here in May, right? We're participating in that. Our football coach, Coach G.J. Kinney, who is new to Texas State, is also going to be a part of that. We've done a lot of things where we've bused San Marcos ISD students to a game here before. So there's several things that we try to do to connect with our community, right? So we can be good community partners with the Rattlers, with the Chamber, with the Convention and Visitor Bureau, which I used to serve on that board for several years. So I get serving on boards and serving our community. And so we really are passionate about our relationship and that whole town and gown relationship, okay? One of the things that we are really excited about is this Back the Bobcats program that Beth Danfus has brought to the table. And we're so glad that Paige and the Chamber of Commerce and the board really has gravitated to this, right? Because we think it's gonna be really special and really just it kind of expand the pride and the traditions that we have at this university, and letting people know that we do have a lot of alums, we do have a lot of people that are proud about San Marcos and really love this university and what we've brought to this community, right? So we're extremely excited about this. Everything that Paige has said, yes, we're gonna be doing. We want you to be really successful though at how you execute this, right? You may be sitting at this table talking about, yes, I would love to decorate, yes, I would love to participate, but what does that look like, right? I'm not gonna go into too many details right now, but over the months, we're gonna be sending you out information, right? Here are some colors, here's that maroon and gold color, right? Here are maybe some paints, here are some vendors, right, that maybe you can connect with, that can come and help you decorate. What do your logos look like? How do I get the best bang for my buck so I can win this thing, right? We wanna be able to give you all that information. So we'll give you brand guides, we'll give you a list of vendors, we'll give you swatch colors and all this other kind of stuff so you can really try to decorate this well, right? And then like Paige said, Beth is gonna come out with some special judges. She's talking about getting in a limousine and driving around and making it a big deal, right? And then at the end of the week, like Paige said, at the football game, we really do want to make it special for the Chamber of Commerce, the Board of Directors, and then anybody who wins this competition to recognize you on the field in front of what will hopefully be 30,000 people in this stands cheering for the Bobcats. And so it will be a really great way to tie it all together, okay? One of the ways, two other things I want to mention before I bring up somebody else is there are several other ways that you can also partner in getting connected with Texas State Athletics, right? One is licensing. I know there are some businesses in here that have boutiques, right? Or maybe you want to sell products or you want to figure out how to connect with Texas State Athletics. One way to do that is to become licensed, right? I oversee our licensing program, which basically means you connect with Texas State Athletics. We give you permission to basically produce items, right? Banners or jewelry or shirts or whatever it is to be able to sell featuring our logos and our brand, right? But it goes through all the proper channels. We can get you connected with that, right? So that way you have the ability to do those things. Secondly, and this is open to any and everybody in the room, is maybe you want to become sponsored, right? You see some of our other brands in and throughout the stadium, maybe you've seen them on TV and that type of stuff, and you want to know, well, how do I become a sponsor of Tech State Athletics, right? I can also help you with that. There's a member of our team that unfortunately couldn't be here today. His name is Bucky Lamb. He works with a lot of our corporate sponsors, and he can put together any kind of packages that you want to do to help advertise your business, right? To try to leverage those 30,000 people that come to our games, or those several thousands of people to come to watch one of our volleyball matches or come to our baseball games, right? How do I get my business out in front of those people to let them know that I'm here and I want them to come shop with me, right? And so we can get you connected so that way you can take advantage of those opportunities, okay? So now I'm gonna pass the mic over to like I said, one of our former superstar student athletes who played volleyball here, to let you know what actually NIL stands for. So on this Back the Bobcats program, you want to make a wow factor, right? When Beth drives up in that limousine and she's judging your decoration or your setup or whatever it is, one good way to do that, it may be connecting with some of our student athletes. And she's going to come up and talk to you a little bit about what that looks like and maybe how you can do that, not just for the Back to Bobcats, but also to help promote your individual businesses. And she's going to come up and talk to you a little bit about that. Janelle, also want to invite back up Chris Coots, who's all going to kind of partner with her on that as well. So thank you very much for your time. I'll be back up later on if we have any more questions, all right?
Anybody remember that term NIL? You totally okay if you're not. Okay. Some people, yeah. So NIL and transfer are two major topics or changes to college athletics that happened in the last 2 years. NIL stands for name, image, likeness. That means an athlete can use their name, image, and likeness to promote a brand, which Janelle will go through, kind of make money through their name, image, and likeness. Pre-2020, pre-2021, and said, well, if you did that, you're done. You couldn't do that as a college athlete, right? And finally woke up, so that's okay to do. So Janelle, and I'm going to build her up, but she won't build herself up. It was ahead of the curve on that front. She's a phenomenal volleyball athlete. But she also was building her brand on her social media well before the rules were in place, because when those rules turned over, she was ahead of the game. So she's one of our more NIL stars here at Texas State. And Brian touched on it, NIL, why that's important, right? So how do you support Texas State? One way now businesses can do that is by having an athlete endorse their company to promote their business, promote it to their followers, or promote it through them to grow your company name, right? So pay an influencer, in this case, Texas State athlete, promote your brand on their social media. That's how it kind of works at a very minimum level. So with that all said, I hope I got boring stuff out of the way. She's all mic'd up, ready to go.
Okay, so he said I won't build myself up, but I like to give y'all a little bit about who I am as a student athlete and how I've been able to build my brand so that I'm able to work with companies like my biggest one, Bumble. I've worked with Canes down the street. I've worked with American Eagle, Hydro Flask, Liquid IV, just all of these different companies, no matter how big, no matter how small. I've actually worked with the dentistry office in New Braunfels. So it's fun to keep it so small and then build it out big as well, really to get involved in my community a little bit more. So how does that affect you as a company or as a business? So you're able to go and reach out to our athletes now more than ever to really build your own business up and start to figure out how they can help you. So everybody, we have a lot of different athletes that range from liking or whatever they like to do. So say I'm a fitness guru and I want to partner with another fitness place or something around San Marcos. I'm going to reach out to that company and I'm going to talk to them about, hey, this is what I have as an idea. This is how I think that I can help you. We're going to now work out a deal to figure out how can I promote your company while I'm still keeping my own interest at hand. So that's why I like to do the liquid IVs. That's why I like to do a lot of the fitness stuff, because that's what I'm keen to. We have a lot of athletes on campus who, like I said, like to do a lot of different things. We have a football player who likes to make pickles, right? So it sounds funny, but that's his own business now, and that is he's able to use his name, image, and likeliness in his way in order to promote himself as well as promote his business. So think about that in your stance. How can an athlete combine with you and kind of make it a theme to make it as in a, I could say a sponsorship or something, a marketing piece to your business. So that's really where I stand. We have a lot of different things that we use. We have Open Doors. I'm not sure if y'all have heard of that before. It is a platform that we use. We have a lot of our student athletes on that platform. That's where you're able to really reach out to them and through their own program. So on your sheet, there's a QR code that's going to take you to Open Doors and really show you what it is if you would like to go through that. You are able to. I had a great presentation for you all as well, but couldn't figure out how to get that going. So we'll get that sent out to you as well. But it's really going to show you the different examples of how I have gone through NIL, how a lot of our other student athletes have gone through NIL to build other businesses like an ice cream shop. We have a soccer player who is vegan, so she likes to promote vegan products, and just a whole bunch of different varieties of athletes to support a whole bunch of variety of businesses. So that's where I stand on it, and I am very open to communicating with you all. My information for contact is at the bottom of your sheet on the back, I believe. And yes, I'll make sure to get that link out to y'all as well. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? It's your first time, right? So it's very new. It's starting to grow a lot bigger every single year, and it's starting. I know we're a smaller area, but in those bigger, that's kind of a great thing, right? So that means that we're able to connect with our community and really build it up to really intertwine everything. Yes.
So, can the athletes pick us?
They can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
If somebody has this, if we put our head,
Yes.
our names in a hat, an athlete with a particular idea for that business, because we don't necessarily know
Right.
the athletes and what they do and everything. So
Absolutely. So on Open Doors, you will be able to, I guess you could say, pitch your job idea. So it's kind of like if I have something, say, I'm having this big opening, or I'm having a big type of party or something that I want an athlete to either show up at or something like that, you're able to post that idea onto Open Doors, and then an athlete is able to apply to that. So then you're able to see their bio, you're able to see how they are, you're able to see their Instagrams, their social medias, because I know it can be scary on your side to see or to really get that athlete, make sure that they follow through for you. But that's where contracts come in play and things of that nature, so that y'all are both protected on both sides. Yes.
So I'm guessing there's a range of fees for different athletes depending on what they've done. Can you give us a ballpark if you had a one-day event? Is there any kind of ballpark of what it would be to have an athlete come to an event?
So it really matters about what you are wanting to do. I definitely, for me, myself, I have grown my brand pretty extensively at this point. So I might charge $300 while another person might charge $50. So it really does brand by athlete, and it does brand or range by whatever athlete you are trying to get out there and who you're trying to work out with.
Right, whether or not it's recorded.
Yes.
Still or something. Okay.
Yes.
Lots of variables. And
There's a
are
lot of
these
variables.
In Open Doors, can you see different people's fees?
Yes, you are. They're able to post their fees. They're able to post what they would do for an autograph signing, what they would do for a brand post, what they would do for a bunch of different things based on what they are willing to do. I say Open Doors so much just because it's more of a way for you to see what's happening and everything like that, but you're also able to reach out to those student athletes individually, or you're even able to have them reach out to you. So that's really where it goes. A lot of the time I like to reach out to companies, at the very beginning, I did start to go into person and start to really meet with people and start to introduce myself and really what it was. But it was kind of tough because no one knew what NIL was. So everyone was a little bit afraid, but hopefully this makes you a little less afraid and helps you to understand that this could be a possibility for you and your business.
All right, great job, Janelle. Now I gotta follow that up. So my name is Lucas Westbrook. I'm the Associate AD at Ticketing. So in that role, a lot of stuff, obviously from getting people to the stands, getting groups, helping with this event, tailgate, anything that you can kind of think of that goes to that fan experience, which is something big that all four of us talk about on a daily basis. And that's one of the biggest reasons we're excited about this partnership and seeing how we can expand not just for this game on September 16th, but also kind of how we get people involved for other sports, other games, and kind of working with us as donors, ticket holders, obviously licensing, NIL, as well as sponsorship. So a lot of different ways to give, and I know Brian did a great job of talking about the team successes the past few years. I know Janelle talked about what the great things our student athletes are doing. Just on an attendance front, we've seen San Marcos growing. We've seen the surrounding area growing. Last week, we had the largest crowd ever at a baseball game. Last week also, we had the third largest crowd at a softball game. A couple years ago, we had the largest crowd in Strahan Arena history, which broke a record that was 23 years old or something. And then the same time, throughout that window, the past 4 to 5 years, we've seen 5 of the largest football crowds as well. So we want to try and boost this event to kind of kick off the new era, I guess, with the new president, new athletic director, new football coach, and see how we can kind of skyrocket this moving forward. It doesn't need to be one game a year we're seeing those record numbers. How do we sustain that game in, game out? And going into the first game, we obviously want to have a great week. We want to have a great tailgate, but how can y'all get involved to help out on a season basis? We have great season ticket packages available, tailgating available, hospitality spaces. Brian mentioned this is open to donors pregame, so we can do a wide range of things for yourself, your clients, your coworkers, whether it's season tickets, or we can do groups for individual games. So if you want to bring 25 or 30 people to a group, set up a tailgate, we can definitely help you out with that. So anything that y'all can kind of create, I'd love to work with y'all to kind of adjust what we have. We're willing to try new things, make new things happen as we're doing with this whole campaign in the fall, but we can adapt, whether it's you need a hospitality space beforehand. And obviously it can be football, but it can also be volleyball. It can be basketball, baseball, softball. Anything that we have, we want to see how we can get y'all out there and kind of support the Bobcats day in, day out. And that's all I got. And does anyone have questions about that? Or passing off the page to kind of continue the discussions?
Any questions?
Let's do it.